Jalen. We're creating a number talk for each other to solve.
So April, what are you using to create your number talk for Jadelyn?
I'm using this and the background is green. And I'm using division for her to solve.
We are from Vaughn Elementary, and we are the intermediate team, so we are mixed of 3, 4, and 5. We received 54 netbooks, that put 6 netbooks in each grade. We are speaking to our successes and challenges that we came across as we got this grant.
I would say that one of the challenges I've had with this grant is allowing time for each student to work on it throughout the week. I only teach math during the day, so usually I use them during station time. And it's been somewhat of a challenge to make sure that each student gets the correct amount of time on there. So I keep charts and tracks in my own notes to make sure every student gets on there at least once a week, but with time cuts and restraints, sometimes not every student gets on there a week. So that was one challenge for me. A good challenge for me was that the students fought over who would get to use the computers. So I guess that's not too bad of a challenge, but as a strength, I think the best thing is it really helped in my classroom with engagement for independent practice. Again, I use them during station time, and most of the time they were either creating flip charts that allowed me to assess what they were understanding and applying in class, and they also used them to go onto the internet in order to do somewhat math games that allowed them to do independent practice for multiplication, division, and with fractions.
Thank you, Christina.
You're welcome.
I thought some key things that I have learned specifically, or the biggest parts have been during the meetings we've had with Chris, also showing me how to use the APS staff pages. I think he's helped me individually a couple of times when we were re-imaging the netbooks, but that really clarified a lot about how I would be able to use my own website in different rooms, and I've also got some ideas on how that works with talking with Amy also. And also, Chris enlightened me about Google Docs, and that seemed to be a very easy tool to use. So I thought that was good. Obviously, some challenges are finding the time to get on the internet and program the websites and think about how it's going to happen, but it's a lot more clear to me now than it was 2 months ago. So.
Just to add to that, John mentioned the web pages, and I think a huge success is creating our own web pages. I know mine, we do our prompt writing, we answer questions about our reading, we've done some storyline online, and then they have to write a summary, and we created, with Google Docs, we created book reviews, so there's been a lot of interactive pieces with the website, but it's also presented some challenges because it takes a long time to put those activities together and get all the kids through it, like Christina said, but I think it's definitely enhanced our literacy block a lot by having that interactive technology available during their independent reading time. So.
To kind of comment on that, my literacy block has, but their station time has increased in engagement tremendously. Behaviors are down. Their focus is more focused. We've done a lot with the Audacity and practicing our fluency. The kids, like Christina said, the problem I have is kids arguing over them and when they get to use them, so it's a good challenge, but it's also very nice to see them actively engaged and excited about their learning. And I know that they think that it's fun, and they don't, but they know that they're learning something. It's not just fun to them. They're excited to go and practice this stuff because they want to see themselves improve.
Another thing that we are working on, and actually it's kind of a strength but a challenge too, is that we're starting out working with the screen toaster, and we're really excited about what that's going to open up for the students writing and getting them publishing and like doing a publishing online and a digital storytelling. So that's another thing that we're working on and excited about, and also ePals. So it's kind of opening the students up to not just themselves, but more of a global Earth. I don't know. global
Community,
audience,
maybe?
global community. Sorry. So a global community, and not just here. And they wouldn't get that if they didn't have that technology. Our students here would not be able to talk to somebody who lives in another country or things like that. So we're really excited that they get this opportunity to do that. And although we have a hard time with each of them being able to use it, before they didn't have that. So it's exciting to us.
To add on to that, I'm working with Alex on the not pen pals, well yes, email pals. And the kids are really excited about it, and they wanted to start it yesterday, but we had a snow day. So the excitement is still there. It will be a challenge, but it will also be a success for us. And I'm glad that I'm working with other members of Vaughn to help strengthen the excitement of the kids, and also to strengthen my own knowledge about technology.
I'm last. I'm a beginner with all of this. I received a Promethean board as well as the Netbooks at the same time this year, so I've been going back and forth between the two. As far as the Netbooks, we've been using the KidBiz a lot, but I just started using the Audacity, and I'm really finding that that is helpful to myself with the students' fluency, as well as the students. They get to go back and listen to their selves recorded, and it's just really been helpful to all of them. And I also agree that with the technology, it's enhancing the learning in the classroom. And I have an extremely challenging group this year, and I'm finding that they're staying a lot more focused on their reading, and they don't get bored with any of the work that they're doing. So it's been very beneficial, and I'm really glad that we're starting to use a lot of technology in Vaughn.
Another thing that I think is a strength is that we have started looking at Google Docs, and I feel like next year we're not sure if we'll have KidBiz or if we won't have KidBiz, but with the Google Docs, I think it's going to be a strength because we'll be able to create assignments for the students to do while they're reading and online, and we'll also have that data in a spreadsheet for us to use, so we can use that data for learning and deciding what else we would have our students to do. So just that piece of data and learning the Google Docs has also helped us as far as using data for learning.
One more success, like not just really to the students, but with ourselves, is that we're doing this as a vertical team. And I feel like there's been so much collaboration between the grade levels that we don't always get to see. We're so often in our little grade level groups, and we have a lot of teamwork on that level, but this way we're seeing it vertically. And there's just been a lot of teamwork, a lot of helping each other out, and it's just a really neat way to see some team building and collaboration.
And I think it'll also be interesting next year as the kids from 3rd grade move up to 4th grade and 4th grade to 5th grade. They've had this technology for a year, so they have been exposed to it, and that process will follow them. So they will be bringing new information to us as teachers, as well as we can give them new learnings that we've done. So I think that this technology has brought a new learning not only to the teachers and the students, but kind of to education, because it's going to follow them through. And hopefully they'll be bringing that with them to middle school and to high school, and growing as they grow.
Middle school teachers will be delighted because the kids have mastered, many of them have mastered technology, and they're raring to go. So middle school teachers, if any of you are present, get set. You're getting a wonderful group of kids.
Hello, I said Finley. I went into the living room. Margaret sat in the best chair. Finley turned on the television. said nervous. Hello, I said. Suddenly, I went into the living room. Marvel sat in the best chair. Finley turned on the television.